Okay, next portfolio. Lettuce and tomatoes. Weapon and props artists, so then make that stuff. Don't worry about the environment art if you want to do weapons and props. Though I would say that being a weapons artist and a prop artist usually are two separate things. You know it's not enough. You're not limited by that one project, right? Like you can do other stuff outside of that. If you can do other stuff outside of that, it doesn't have to be at the same time, right? Just focus on, I mean, do some props. If you want to be an environment artist or a props artist, those are two things. And then a weapons artist, that's another thing. And then armor, that's character art. So like those are all like in the AAA scene, those are all separate roles that aren't usually filled by one person. In an indie scene, you're probably going to have to carry a lot more, like half of those at least, or something like that. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with indie. Okay, so we got. I'm just gonna say Vladislav Shintukov. Probably said that wrong. I apologize. DCG_X. What's up, man? This is some cool stuff. So, environment artist. Just gonna kind of look through some of this stuff. That screen already looks really cool. It's like layered. Oh, that's weird that it stops for so long. I don't even know if you need a render of it now. I would go real time like this. Yes, you don't need that video in there. If you can look at it here, I guess you're probably, because of the shader limitations, you're probably not getting that parallax on the screen. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't think you are. So one thing I really like about this asset is how you're breaking up the shapes and trying to get away from what looks like geometry. This line, like this is rounded or beveled once, right? And then this is the edge that goes down. That's really good, just because of the shapes. It's like it's low, but it's also following a style, which is helping you. These flaps, I'm not sure what they're for. Maybe if they were longer and I feel like those flaps would actually cover where these legs were, and then when that lifts up, these legs come out and whatnot. But I don't know. In general, this asset looks pretty fucking cool though. This it's really low res in the textures. It's a 1024. So the resolution of the screen to the rest of the asset, the screen looks higher res. Let's see here. This is a cool presentation. Concept from Digital Extremes, yeah. In general, it looks cool though. I would just say concentrate on resolution, adding geometry where you need to. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be an RTS asset. If it's an RTS asset, then it's fine. If it's third person or first person, then it needs to be higher res and have more geometry probably. This is fucking cool. That's crazy. I'm not a vehicle madman, so I'm not really sure like how good or bad this is. Let's see here. So the comments about the portable thing in chat, that's one thing is that we have no context on the scale of it. So there's no like maybe it's actually fits in your hand, and the little screen you view with a little monocle. Let's see here. This asset looks pretty awesome. I like the dents here. This stuff, that's really cool. Adds a lot of character. The welding seems a little heavy or thick. And then this thing here is very like low poly geometric looking. I think if it was dented a bit, or if it looked like it had more reason to why it's there. I guess maybe it's there to just absorb damage and protect this. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. Execution of it's really cool though. It's executed well. Man, those cannons are crazy. Oh, I know what that is. That is a weight. That is a weight. That is a real tank. Yes, I'm realizing this now. So that is a weight to offset the fact that the whole front thing is freaking heavy. Russian tank replaced with 2 turbines. Fighter jet. That's hilarious. To fight oil fires. What? That's crazy. So, I think this is just there to combat the weight difference. Dude, I need to read this because that's freaking insane. The design behind it is really cool, and I love all the tubing and piping. The amount of detail is really high here. Then you have low frequency here. You get these little hits of high detail. This is high detail, high frequency, high frequency. The balance of high frequency to areas of rest is pretty good. This fencing thing is really interesting to me. I wonder what the reasoning was behind that. Just I guess to protect it from the... Dude, that's a crazy ass machine. It's funny, I'm like, oh man, this kind of looks made up. The weld lines are really wide, I was saying earlier, and they're really extreme in some cases. Oh, picture time. I'm trusting you, Chris. What the fuck? I can't zoom anymore. That's 500. Anyways, that's... Oh, no! What have I done? There we go. It's well executed. It just it's got some, like, the weld lines down here are really noisy, I guess. So like the little details in it are really deep. This is cool. I would focus on the metal here not being so overly dirty. Yeah, I would love to see it textured, right, Chris? That would look pretty good. This actually looks... So this looks like it's missing AO. Why does it look like it's missing... Huh. So your albedo has a lot... Like all of this damage and stuff, you probably... Most of it, minus like the rust and stuff, most of that needs to just go on your roughness. Whoops. Blah. I think that's why that looked so weird, this area here. Like I need to be seeing that in the glancing angles in the roughness itself, or the gloss. And then AO would really help like separate your elements and kind of make everything have the right depth to it. Oh man, he's here. He's like, yeah, maybe I'll paint that later. Looking at this asset, I think reflectivity. Yeah, see, a lot of the information's in there for your metals. You probably could tone it down quite a bit. This edge highlight that's in your roughness or your gloss, be really careful with that being so uniform. It comes off very stylized. Maybe that's what you're going for though. Thermite rifle, that sounds fucking terrifying. Let's make sure I'm going in the right direction. This is a pretty nice asset. Hugo Bear for reference, huh? Yeah, this looks nice. Let's click that. Let's click Hugo's. Oh, so you used his high poly as reference to your... Man, those cracks, those are really nice. Num 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 num. Yeah, cool. Let's see what your... Dope. There's no AO, like AO doesn't work. I'm not sure how AO works in Toolbag. Chris, do you input it like as a slot, or is it have to go in the albedo? The heck are we listening to? You don't like this? It's gonna be okay, man. Is it a little too intense for you? Where are you at? What's happening here? It's too much. Chris can't handle it. AO has a slot, and it also has SSAO. Good to know. It feels like the SSAO is off on this. I could be wrong. Onward. This looks executed well. It just the interactions between everything feels like it's missing ambient occlusion. Because you'd see it in the shadows here. Huh, that's not yours. Wait a minute. I need to like this though, so I can come back to that later. This is cool. It's a little dark, but this is awesome. Oh man. Sketch Doodle and Player One SGT, thanks for the follow. Your tape player is fucking up. Dude, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Yeah, see how everything's way over here? Like this whole range here is basically nothing. You're missing out on all the goods. If you look at that one, it's a little bit more balanced. What you want is you want this curve. Oops. It's going to be hard to... You want that. That is a nice shape. Or even a little further out. That's like, If you can get that in your histogram, you're in a good spot. Because you're getting just enough of the black values in there. You're getting the full range all the way to almost white. I think advisable. I think you might be right that SSAO is turned off in the viewer. Because I think I remember Ben Wilson complaining about that. There's a line here. What is that? This line, do you see that? I don't know what that is. This looks awesome though. It just needs that a range adjustment. Materials look good. The damage on it's pretty nice. Maybe a little bit of breakup, dripping or something. Doesn't really need it either though. I mean, I think it would be fine just adjusting lighting and stuff. Oh yeah, see, and then you have this as a different so this is I guess a personal taste, but I feel like the patterns are lacking depth variety. So you've got a bevel edge and everything is happening at that same depth. If some of these, like these white panels, if those were embossed, if those were up, and then maybe like this area, if this was like a rubber that like, because it looks like rubber. So if like maybe if this was, beveled and brought down into space, or brought down in space, that would look pretty good as well, I think. Just getting that offset or variety would really help the surface kind of break itself up instead of being very flat. Yeah, I think that would help a lot. You're even doing it here where like you've got this piece and this piece, taking this centerpiece and like pushing it in so that the silhouette breaks like this, or pushing it out or pulling it out. I'm like, which way do we go? Anyways, that, I think all of that would help immensely on just getting your floors to have more readability and interest with minimal work, because you're already doing it, like you basically do it in the normal, or you can go in and model it and then just push and pull some of the shapes. And it's very, I guess it's kind of odd that this is separate from the other scene. I would probably combine those. Yeah, it's cool though. 4K textures. Damn. Hey, Sketchdoodle. What's up, man? I'll answer your question in a second. What is Chris saying? I think the panels could have easily be glass and underneath. Yeah, see, there's like a lot of play. Like if you have the glass panels, then you could do wires and stuff under that, or pipes or cables or something. Yeah, everything that hints at like more than just a flat surface is really good. So no, I don't do this full time. I stream Mondays and Fridays for about 2 hours each. We're actually running out of time. I want to get to your guys' critiques. We got 30 minutes to go. I just do this Mondays and Fridays. What I actually do for a living is I am a senior environment artist for Massive Entertainment. If you don't know who they are, they're the Division guys. And I live where they are, Sweden. But yeah, welcome, dude. Thanks for the follow. I look forward to possibly having you hanging out often. If you want, there's a Discord community. You can go there. It's super active. People are saying good night while people are saying good morning, so it's getting pretty broad globally, which is cool. Always someone to help you. So we've got a technical channel, art related channel, so we can share work, and everyone's just trying to get better. This is cool. This is definitely like, so I'll just say it, when you have a portfolio, I'm just going to always say it on stream now. When you have a portfolio, if you have work in progress stuff in it, the work in progress stuff needs to leave your portfolio. That needs to go in like a blog or a section of your portfolio that's all work in progress stuff. Because I'm not going to actually critique this because I don't consider it part of your portfolio. I'll say it looks cool though. You should finish it. But yeah, let's look at the spread here. So got some props, vehicles, and an environment shot. I would love to see more environments from you. If you want to be an environment artist, you've got environment art, you got prop art, and then like I was saying earlier, weapons, vehicles, characters. If you want to be an environment artists in the AAA scene tend to not make props very much. They're more thinking about composition and layout of the scene, working with level designers, thinking about gameplay and lighting with the lighting artists. Props artists, for the most part, make props, but at the same time, props artists are also doing a lot of management of outsourcing. It depends studio to studio, and as the studio gets larger, it skews more into that direction, where a lot of your props are being outsourced and managed. The outsourcing is being managed internally. So just so you know the balance of that, I actually think if you get one more, well, I mean, all this stuff's pretty good. Get the work in progress stuff into a different into like a blog. If you pay for Pro, you can add your own little buttons, so you can add your blog link too up top. I would add another environment, and then I think you can job hunt, man. I want to see this textured and one more environment, and I think you're ready. So it's almost, you're heading in the right direction. How about that? Anyways, cool. Okay, I'm going to switch over to critiques for you guys, and then I'll get out of here. So we've got about 25 minutes. Be right back.